All right, so let's start with the big story that we are tracking on WION this hour. Now, WION, Ukraine's forces were reportedly fighting with the Russian troops near the Kursk nuclear plant as its invasion into the Russian territory has now entered into day 7. A top commander in the Ukrainian military has announced that they had captured almost about 1,000 square kilometers of the Kursk region in Russia. Now, Russia is building some new lines of defenses close to the Kursk nuclear power plant. Now, this is what the BBC reported on Sunday, adding that the forces had clashed with nearly about 30 miles away from the plant. The Ukrainian push to a Kursk nuclear plant has drawn parallels with the Russian occupation of the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant in southern Ukraine. Remember, Russia had captured the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant from Ukraine in the early days of the war. The International Atomic Energy Agency has expressed fresh concerns over its security, with Ukraine and Russia blaming each other for the continued fire near the nuclear power plant. Now, Ukraine's commander-in-chief Oleksandr Syrskyi briefed Zelenskyy and claimed that his forces have captured 1,000 square kilometers of Russian land in the Kursk region. Alexei Smirnov, Russia's acting regional governor of Kursk, has admitted that Kiev's forces had taken control of at least 28 settlements and advanced as far deep as about 12 kilometers deep and 40 kilometers wide into the country. In a video that's been published on Zelenskyy's Telegram account, Syrskyi briefed Zelenskyy about the ongoing operations in Russia's Kursk region. In his very first address since the war started, the top commander said that Ukraine continues to conduct an offensive operation in the region.
Mr. President of Ukraine, Ukraine's Commander-in-Chief reporting. We continue the offensive operation on the territory of the Kursk region. Currently, we control about 1,000 square kilometers of the territory of the Russian Federation. The troops are fulfilling their assigned tasks. Battles are actually taking place along the entire front. The situation is under our control.
Vladimir Putin has described the cross-border attack as a major provocation and has said that it was aimed at improving Kiev's negotiating position. He has further demanded the Russian military to eject all Ukrainian forces from Kursk and has warned that Ukraine will get an appropriate response by the Russians.
It appears that the enemy is aiming to improve its negotiating positions in the future. Well, what kind of negotiations can we even talk about with people who launch indiscriminate strikes on civilians, on civilian infrastructure, and try to create threats to nuclear energy facilities? What can you talk to them about?
Meanwhile, evacuees from Russia's Kursk region were moved to a temporary accommodation center in the Russian town of Azov. Almost about 11,000 people in the Belgorod region have been moved, and in total, an estimated 121,000 Russians have been evacuated from the Kursk region by Russia. For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.